You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality art, interviews, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Dini Mussolini and co-hosted by Banditti. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at least 1 hour after each show at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. We welcome all. Enjoy the show.
G-Boogie, freestyle, let's go. Soul Kitchen, yeah, Nobody ever told me it would be like this, man. Nobody ever told me it would be like this, No one gave me the answer, so it's on me to search. Tryna hide the pain inside, so I just focus on work. Tryna find the sunset, I just wanna walk with the light. I try to meditate through the hate, but all y'all wanna do is fight. Everybody asking me how I turned out so heartless. At night I can't sleep, I still hear whispers in the darkness. Trying to start this off right, walk the right path, and it's attract a few people. I let y'all do the math. Took many things for granted in life, but don't take for granted this life. I write my poetry at night and pray it translates through the mic. And all these things ugly people only ugly inside. My soul's so haunted, I'm just trying to find the beauty in mine. If you lose me, you'll find maybe a little piece of mine, but as we part, I just hope you take a piece of this rhyme in your heart. Guess we all just out here searching for signs, moving in the wrong direction till we run out of time. Damn, nobody ever told me it would be like this, man. Nobody ever told me it would be like this, bitch. Hey, nobody ever told me it would be like this, man. Hey, nobody ever told me it would be like this, Nobody ever told me it would be like this, bang. Hey, nobody ever told me it would be like this, bitch. Nobody ever told me it would be like this, man. Hey, nobody ever told me it would be like this,
Oh yeah, one time for my people that are indigos, starseeds, and crystallines, and 2 times for my people that are vegans. We are up, folks, to over 34,000 plus listeners per episode and over 865,000 downloads worldwide. And we've been at it for 3 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who have been rocking with me on this journey, and we are still growing, baby. It is all because of you guys, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, art, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you that opportunity to tell your story. Man, I've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, technology geniuses, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life that you come from. Come on the show and talk to me. So check this out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, you can email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I am passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people that should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you guys again for tuning in and being a part of the audience family. If you'd like information on how to call in, ask questions, or speak to the guests, you can always dial this number, 701-801-9813, or hopped in the mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilante Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here in the mix with all of us. Matter of fact, let's see, we have at least 22,000 on. Okay, that's what's up. So listen, if you're in the chat room, you want to send me a message or ask questions, since we are in a day and age of the text messaging and not, people picking up the phone to call in. So feel free to shoot me messages. Don't expect me to answer right away because I am in a live interview, All right, anyway, all the episodes are available for free download at least 1 hour after the show. If we don't have to make any edits, it'll go straight live, okay? And you can grab that from our server over at Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup. Feel free to follow. You can grab it at iTunes, YouTube, or over at our website. We have a massive player there, so you just hit play and the episode will automatically start streaming. And we are now on the app called Podcast Addict. That's right. You can carry us around in your pocket wherever you go. And I definitely appreciate you guys for downloading the app and checking out the show. And our website, again, is onlyonemediagroup.com. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired. If you go there now, you'll see there's 2 pages, one that says Vigilantes Radio, another one says Vigilantes Radio Blogs, where we're making a transition from the regular page to the blog page, which, everything will be archived by date, by interview type, so it'll be easier to find. I do so many interviews a month that, I'm getting complaints about, people having to scroll all the way down just to find a certain interview. So I'm trying to make it easier, for the listeners. If they talk, I have to listen and make those adjustments, okay? Because you guys are very responsible for the success of this show. Anyway, tonight's episode is the G-Boogie Interview II. That's right. He's a repeat offender, or a vigilante, if you will. And I'm your host, Denny Mussolini. All right, moving on through the announcements. No big announcements, except that I will be in Hollywood the first week of March. You can check out the venue name on the on our website, and you can also purchase your tickets at songkick.com/No Longer the Hero or Houdini Black. And so if you're out in that area, we'll be in Canyon Country, Burbank, Hollywood, and San Diego. So I would love to meet you and greet you. And, of course, we'll be giving tickets away on the show coming up in the month of February. All right. No Coach Denny tip for night, but I will give you guys a little word of encouragement. As you guys know, I am Coach Denny, a music industry insider with tips and trades on how you can get into the music industry. That's right. So you can book me directly from my website. There's a real cool widget that'll pop up and say, let's chat. You can add me to your calendar and book me from there for free consultation. I no longer charge for my time. To guide you on the path that you need to be on, where your mind is, where your heart is, okay? No tip for tonight, but I will give you some encouragement, and that's just to be there. Sometimes words are not necessary for encouragement. Sometimes words can even get in the way. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is just be there. Sometimes your loving, authentic, accepting presence is what someone else desperately desires. Be there and be you. Be there, be present, listen, see, and share. And every person is a longing to connect on a meaningful way. Your presence is one of the best gifts that you can give. And with that, communication technology is wonderful, allowing you to exchange thoughts, information, sounds, and images in an amazing way. Yet, none of that replaces the value of being there. So, whenever you can, and if you care, make it your business to be there. Your presence can make all of the difference in the world. All right, so let's jump into this interview. The real reason why 22,000 of you guys are here on this podcast is not for little old Deanie, is it? No, it got to be for G-Boogie. So when singers and songwriters, DJs, and bands contact us on a national level, it always seemed to work out in a very, very interesting experience for us. And G-Boogie is no exception to this. This Mississippian provided not only songs full of heartfelt melodies, but they also come with a clear and pointed view on experience. That's something we all need to have, is a little experience, all right? A very humble and honest man. It is our pleasure to have this interview with G-Boogie for the second time through Vigilantes Radio. And like I mentioned earlier, he is definitely a repeat vigilante, vigilante. And that's what we pride ourselves in, repeat customers, all right? And on a personal note, I was going through a great number of emotions myself at the time that I wrote this interview. But nevertheless, it was fantastic to have G-Boogie share his stories with me off air, and maybe, just maybe, we helped each other through difficult times to just keep it moving, pursue what you feel is necessary in your heart of dreams, and go all in. Well, we'll go into some things here through our conversations tonight and dive in deep about family, songwriting, his mixtape King life, and so much more. So grab the popcorn and tune in. And with that, let's welcome G-Boogie to the show. What's up, my guy?
What's up, brother? How's it going, man?
Hey, I'm going. I'm going.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. So, shall we dive right on in?
Man, let's go.
All right, man. First off the bat, man, and I know you've been real anxious to talk about this on the air, and that's holistic practices. I know you're into astronomy, and of course, family matters. Are you surprised to find where your mind will gravitate towards during the writing of your music?
Man, my music, nah, not really, man, because, it's really all, for me, with the music is just trying to focus on where I want to be next and how I want to be presented, and, that's pretty much what my mind is usually focused on with the music. Most of the other things that I've kind of become interested in, such as astrology, such as the holistic, healthy eating and natural cures and things like that, is just from life experience and just keeping an open mind. You feel me?
Definitely. So yeah, man. Can you dive in a bit about the practices? Like,
well, man,
what kind of things are you into?
Man, well, bro, I've always been like, ever since a homegirl of mine kind of put me up on astrology and the deeper levels of it in the history, I've been kind of interested in that because I'm just a person who observes human nature a lot anyway, and it just kind of really just fit, you know what I mean? And then, you look a little deeper, it's just so many layers. As far as the natural or holistic or whatever you want to call it, I have a friend, man, hopefully he can call in, Eric Blanks, big-time videographer. We're doing a lot of dope things together on certain levels, too. But, I used to follow the things he would talk about and his issues with his thyroid and getting off of pharmaceutical medication using natural holistic things. Then I applied that to when I had some kidney issues about 6 years ago, which was basically my kidney disease fell under the incurable diseases, and I haven't had any problems with it in about 5 years. No steroids, nothing. Most people who had what I had have kidney transplants by now or, on dialysis. But, the body's an amazing thing, man. And probably the thing that impacted me most, which kind of brings it home and makes me more passionate about it, is my son in August, after he turned 3 years old, was diagnosed with autism, which, affects, I think they say as high as 1 in 45 kids right now. And a lot of it, it's controversial, but a lot of people attribute it to vaccines and just outside chemicals and things like that, affecting a child's ability to develop normally. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of kids have reversed the effects of autism. Tony Braxton's son, Jenny McCarthy, Holly Robinson Pete are just celebrities, to name a few, but you can go on YouTube and put in autism awakening or recovery and see hundreds of examples. But by using holistic methods such as detoxifying the body, changing the diet, things like that. And one thing I can say as a testimony is my son saw a holistic doctor September 29th of last year. He wasn't talking or anything at 3 years old. We took gluten out of his diet, dairy, dyes, and he started his regimen. Within a week, September 29th to October 6th, or probably before October 6th, he was saying his ABCs and counting out loud. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's just really about the human spirit and the human body, and man, it's so profound, man, that I don't think we have enough time to delve into it properly. Hopefully Eric will call in and we could talk about different things, because he could talk about it in a way that I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's real deep, bro.
Okay, so hopefully towards the end of this interview, we'll look at it and see if he called in or not. All right. When it comes to like personal matters, how hard is it to write the lyrics to your songs?
I mean, like per se, like I've never been known as being like a rapper. Like I wasn't a guy with, a notebook full of lyrics. I had notebooks full of poems when I was younger, but, I more so was behind the scenes because, I didn't really have the self-confidence to get on stages and things. I can't say that, overall, man, for me to get in that creative space, I have to picture where I want to take it. I'm very much of a visualist, a visionary type. I have to picture where I want to go with this. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And usually I just go from there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy to record a bunch of songs and do a mixtape and all that kind of stuff, It's been a journey for me to get to the point where I could actually feel confident to do these things. So, I pretty much, man, I just kind of just visualize where I want to be first, and then I write from that point. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like, for instance, if I just want to show people that I can spit a little bit and, I get in a place where, like the freestyle you played at the beginning, it's more so where, I get really in a place where I'm just really using my heart and experiences and things like that. But if I'm in a point where I want to touch as many people as possible, and I might say, well, I want to do something in a Pitbull Flow Rider space, you know what I'm saying? I take myself in that lane and I visualize where I want to be with that, what kind of stage I want, who I want listening to it, and I go from there. Similar to acting, man. I learned that from several musicians who say a lot of doing music is like acting sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not able to just bare my soul because I protect a lot of things that are on my mind. So I more so have to just visualize what I'm trying to get across and what I'm trying to accomplish with my song more than anything.
Okay. So you sound almost like me, like you don't write an excessive amount of work just to be writing. So with that being said, how do you know when you said what you needed to say through a song or communicated what you're looking to say effectively?
Wait, say it one more time, the last part.
Like, how do you know that you said all you could or communicated, what you needed to say in a song?
Man, you know what, man? That's a tough one, bro. In today's climate where it's so hard to get, you just competing against so many people. I think you never know, but I like to think of it like a painting, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in a certain space and you make a painting, at some point you got to put the paintbrush down. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, let me put a little more orange in this 2 weeks later if you already got it out there. You know what I'm saying? You can technically, but, it's better just to leave it to where you were in that space. You know what I'm saying? So I don't too much stress over that after. If I leave the studio and I felt good about it, then I'm not going to let, outside opinions and things waver. you know, what I feel like I got across, man. The only thing you can do to me is just create what you created in that space and just put it out there. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. All right, and being in the music industry or in any industry for this fact, but when you are pushing yourself and everyone around you to be the best version of themselves, sometimes it can become a win-lose situation. At least that's how it happens for a lot of people that I know. But we aren't here to like cue up the violins and sad music for me or for other people. We're here tonight for you, Boogie. So tell us about the importance of family while dream pursuing from your perspective.
The importance of family with what now? I'm sorry, it was connection.
The importance of family while you are pursuing your dreams from your
well, man, it's tough sometimes, man. If you talking about like your kids or if you're married or in a relationship, I think it's a balance, man. I think that's why a lot of times you see a lot of people who are doing certain things are single. They don't really have anybody but depend on but themselves. Because obviously when you have other people to depend on, it changes the dynamic of chasing your dreams. When you have to have a practical plate on the table every night for those people. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it's just a dance, man. That I think everybody has to kind of figure out. But if you got people who have family that support their dreams and do what they can do to help them achieve those dreams, are lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nothing worse than a force around you that you care about making you feel like you have to dim your light. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that would be my advice for any families, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody want to chase a dream, figure out a way to help them do that, you know what I'm saying, within a realistic boundary, of course, because like I say, food got to be on the table, you know what I'm saying? But figure out a way to help them be their best version of themselves. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And you also mentioned to me before that you believe in the power of the song, like represent it to be complete with music and words. So take us further, though. What can be achieved through this power of song?
Man, you already know, bro, that music is an amazing thing, man, and I think that's my main goal is to I really want to make something that people can have a connection to, and I don't know if we're going to be able to play, we probably won't be able to play some of my deeper records, but, I want people to be able to have an emotional connection because, music is something that gets people through the worst things, man. It's a beautiful art form, man, and the right song, man, I mean, it's just magical, man. So, I think, that's probably what's most important. Does the song grab you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And there are also album people and there are song people in this musical world of ours. Assuming that you are a song guy, Boogie, how do you approach not just the consistency of one song, but the consistency in an entire project?
Well, man, I think Jay-Z said something about that one time, man. There's the artists who people buy into the artist, and that's kind of like, I guess you're saying, like album, people want to buy into their piece of art, you know what I'm saying? And there are people who, like you take like a Flow Rider I mentioned, he doesn't sell like a Rick Ross, but he has bigger individual records. But Rick Ross will have a bigger album because people want to hear his thing as a whole, you know what I'm saying? A J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar, they want to ingest those as a whole, but they might not have the top records in the country, you know what I'm saying? But their album sales make the Pitbulls and the Flow Riders look terrible. But I think, man, everything starts with the song, though, ultimately, man. So, I mean, I always said that, man, like they used to have this myth, man, like, man, you just need to drop a mixtape, man. Mixtapes are where it's at. But you still got to have a song. Like the guys like the Jeezys and you know, the Gucci Mans and stuff who really killed it with the mixtapes, they got people's attention first some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People aren't just going to pick up a mixtape full of songs, you know what I'm saying, if they don't know who you are. So, I mean, and mixtape is similar to an album, so I'm just saying it starts with the song ultimately. But I think with me, if I can get enough attention with the song, I feel like I've got something to say. I've got a narrative that I would love to be heard, and I got people that I want to help from my state do what they need to do. So I feel like my song will lead to ultimately a good album. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about the production on Turn It Up. To me, it's outstanding throughout, very crisp and clear. But in terms of the current sound, how would you respond to people that might say there are points where it would potentially sound dated? And that's also a polarizing issue for people. Or does the idea of trying to be current or sound this way or that way even matter to you?
Well, man, it's interesting you said that, man, because the interesting thing about that song is the original version is years old, but I updated the production a little bit to more of a production that they will use now. It's more of a reggae islander groove, kind of like Drake and them may use, or Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I was trying to copy, it's that it's relevant. And it was a song that I like, and it was a song that when I play it for certain people, it makes them feel good. And ultimately, like I say, that's kind of what I'm all about, is a connection to people, you know, and making them feel good with the music, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's kind of what led to me wanting to, you know, that's what kind of led to me wanting to release the song at this point.
Definitely. And you're sort of a DJ as well, or what some would call a playlist mix DJ. So take us through a day in the life of the mixtape king side of G-Boogie.
Well, man, I hope there's some people listening, man, because I made a post I think it was today or yesterday. I'm not doing mixtapes anymore, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
I'm not doing them anymore. And I was about to release a mixtape, man, on this great website that's still coming. You know what, bro? I just have to keep it real sometimes, fam. When I came out with doing mixtapes, it was a different landscape, and I was a little younger. And, you know, I took over the city, no doubt about it, man. I don't think it's somebody in the city Jackson, Mississippi, will walk up and you can ask, like, if they are within that age and say, was G-Boogie doing his thing? You know, they'll be lying if they said no, you feel me?
Right.
They can say, I don't know, but if they say no, they lying, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, but now, man, I kind of step back into it, man, not really feeling, you know, number one, man, like you said, the playlist DJ format is still relevant to a certain degree to promote the DJs. And it is some of them that can break records. There's a lot of guys from Jackson that can break records, you know, that are doing it consistently. Monocured, 1200, DJ Young Sean. These are young cats that came up in that format. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I don't want to do mixtapes if I feel like I can't properly break the songs, because I was the first person with shoulder lean in Jackson. Like, DJs was asking for me to give them the copy without my drop because they couldn't get it anywhere. I got that directly from the label. You know, I'm not going to say I broke swag, but it was on my mixtape, I think, probably first. And a lot of people heard it there first, you know what I'm saying? Swag, which is a record with Ju-Man, Young Shot, and Boosie. That was a huge record in Mississippi. So many records, man. Jiggers, which is a record with my boy 212 Insane, and King Izzy, man. I'm in love with them Jiggers, man. It was
I remember
playing
that.
in every club. You remember it, don't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I had the King Izzy mixtape, and but I heard it on your mix first.
Yeah, and I came up with that concept actually. I had that instrumental before anybody, and I actually came up with the hook and everything, and it was playing in Birdland, all the clubs, man. So I broke a lot of records, so my thing is I don't feel like I have the time and energy to necessarily do what I need to do for mixtapes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, sometimes you have to draw a line in the sand and leave certain things that you don't that you're wasting energy on in the past, because if I do a mixtape, it's going to be worth the energy. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's going to, you know, somebody's going to say, yo, we're going to flood the streets and we're going to do this and that, and I'm down with that, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to impact people in a real way, because that's the only way I really like to do it at the end of the day, you feel me?
Definitely.
And I just had to be real, man. So, you know, who knows? I may come out with the last mixtape one day, man. But now, man, I'm done, man. You feel me? I'm not gonna release anymore.
All right. So that chapter is closed. So I guess the next question will be kind of hypothetical. So aside from the amount of mixtapes that you drop a year or used to drop a year, any chance that we may be able to go back in the past and see some live material posted, or any upcoming shows for, you know, supporting some of the older tapes? Like a G-Boogie mixtape supported tour would be very, very cool.
Man, I would love to do things like that, man, and I still think I can do it without the mixtape banner, because one thing about me, man, I've never been afraid of reinvention. I started out as a label owner, then I went to Southern Soul, man, sold over 50,000 copies of one album in Southern Soul.
Oh, wow.
Then I went to managing a young artist. He was in Ozone Magazine. He was in Double XL. I went to producing. I was in Double XL on the Kamikaze album. I was mentioned in the album review. You know what I'm saying? Then I stopped for like 6 to 7 years. So now, you know, I'm kind of finding my way as, I don't even want to say an artist. I'll just say like, just expressing myself, man. You know what I'm saying? And leading the path, hopefully, for other people. Well, not hopefully, leading the path for other people. And, you know, I love to come out with a Lil Tay album, man, with some dope production. If you know who Lil Tay is, you know that he's one of the hottest MCs out there, in my opinion. Started out with me, you know what I'm saying? So many people I love to just be able to do things under the right conditions, man. And that's really my goal at the end of the day. You feel me? So you'll see a lot of stuff, man, coming up, because with Turn It Up, as you know, it's a pop record. It's going through several incarnations and being changed up a little bit at the moment, but I've got a huge radio promoter on it, a huge publicist working with it. I got Coach Deanie giving advice, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I don't see how I can go wrong with that. You feel me? So we're gonna we're doing that. We got really the song that I really want to push is called Greatest Night in History. We got a viral campaign going with that. That song called We Are the Music with Lil Tay, and some dope singers on there. And, you know, we got some worldwide music that really can touch some souls, man, if given the proper venue, man. So all I can say is people just need to watch out for everything, fam.
Got you. So tell us, where does the music go from here? I know the new stuff is just coming out, but I'm always encouraging people to continue to write and put out more of their art into the world. So if I've got to do the same for you here, Boogie, what's upcoming for you next? Tell us about the future.
Man, more interviews, more music. We're going to continue on the world music theme, man. We're going to experiment with a lot of stuff. We're going to put some jazz in there. We're going to put some all kinds of world music in there. We're going to keep people dancing. We're going to kind of mix the dance music with the introspective lyrics on some of it, man. And we're gonna try to create some new styles. And cause man, I'm gonna be real, bro. At the end of the day, what inspires me most is being different than the crowd. I mean,
yes,
the pop record may seem like, oh, he's being like pop, but what I'm surrounded with is nothing like. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the dirty, man, and I respect and love everything that my people are doing. But if everybody's growing a beard, I'm shaving my face. You feel me? I mean, I'm just being real, man. That's just automatically off the top. That's how I've always been, man. That's why I wear polo all the time because, I mean, you know, everybody's got a certain style. You feel me? So I'm doing something different. You know, everybody start doing that. I'm going to go to the trap style of clothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. That's just what excites me in life. I don't even get excited if it's an opportunity. I get excited if it's an opportunity to do something that makes me unique. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, it may not seem that way sometimes, but that's really my philosophy and what drives me. So, you know, and sometimes people try too hard to be unique. Sometimes it's just a matter of just going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be all the way something outside of yourself to be different. You can be naturally different just by saying, you know, I'm just going to work that muscle of being myself, and if everybody's doing this, I'm going to try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or if I do it, I'm going to give this kind of take on it. You understand what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that you're venturing to a bit of world music now, but how else will you challenge yourself to grow in between this single and the next? Will you want to revisit some lyrical content, or would you see that possibly going into a different direction, maybe taking like some old lyrics and adding new music to it? Because sometimes records can come alive with the change of the instrumental.
Yeah, I definitely would do that, man. I definitely would do that. Matter of fact, like I said, that's what I did with Turn It Up. I would say, like, even with that record, I'm more of on a poetry, more introspective lyrics thing now, and that record is more just simple, you know, just dance party lyrics. But like I said about when you do a painting, there's no point sometimes to add too much. You know, it just updated it a little bit. So, you know, I did that with that record, man. You never know, especially if it stands the test of time. You feel me?
Definitely.
Especially if it stands the test of time. I feel like it's always something open for updating. You feel me?
Mhm. So with Turn It Up, was there an overall goal in saying what you're saying through the song? Ultimately, who would you say that you're making these songs for?
Man, you know what, bro?
Mm-hmm.
When I sat back, like I told you, I kind of sit and see what I'm trying to accomplish. I started sitting back and I was like, man, I'm getting a little older. I'm not trying to be the greatest rapper alive. I just want to make people feel good at the end of the day. So I started looking at artists that make people feel good. And that's not to say that the greatest rappers alive don't make people feel good. But I'm just saying in a way where it's less, you know, headache. And I pinpointed certain artists, Nelly, Flow Rider, Pitbull, and I said I ain't got to be like them necessarily. I can put my own take on things. But what if, like I say, it excites me to do something different? What if I started trying to do some dance? I ain't heard one person try what I'm doing in my whole state. So I'm unique, you feel me? I mean, for better or worse, whatever it does, I'm unique. You know what I'm saying? So you may have tried, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, so that's what drove me to try to do this record, man. It just really just touch some people, do something that older people, younger people, everybody can kind of vibe to. And I think I accomplished my goal because it's similar to those big records. No matter what you think of it, you can't say, okay, I don't see where he's coming from with this record. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be my ultimate calling card, but it'll be something to grab some people and say, look, come a little closer, and this is what else I got to offer. You feel me? You know, if you on this, you know, if you can put this to number one, well, wait till you see this, and maybe I'll drop a mixtape at the same time over just hip-hop beats with all the Mississippi artists on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I think outside the box. You feel me? So it's about connecting, man, ultimately. You feel me?
Yes, sir. All right. If a fan or a new fan was going to go looking for any music by G-Boogie on the internet, where would you like to send them, and which one is the best for all things G-Boogie?
Man, please go to Instagram at GBOOGIE. Just go there. I have a lot of links in my bio, and also you can see some of my blogs. I've interviewed Donnell Jones. I've interviewed several people on controversial subjects, and I love to get a lot of new followers and, connect with y'all at G-Boogie. No underscores, no nothing.
All right, cool deal. Make sure you guys go over and migrate from this podcast over to G-Boogie's Instagram. So here's our traditional open floor for you, G-Boogie. No interviewer could ever get all the important stuff in one shot. So I like to make sure you have the ability here to bring up anything else you like to that we may have missed or that you just want to add. The floor is yours.
Man, you know what? I mean, I don't know if we have time, man. I love to see if Eric chimed in, man, because that's something I'm very passionate about, the health stuff. And other than that, man, y'all just follow me and just watch the journey. I'm gonna continue to do what I do and connect with people. And man, I really appreciate you, man, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because you really show me love, and we go back. And I just appreciate the opportunity to even be able to talk to people and, connect with more people. You feel me?
You're welcome, bro. I think Mr. What is his name? Blank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on.
Yo,
hey,
Eric.
What's going on?
Man, no doubt. Hey, yo, Deanie, man, the thing is about him, man, is like I say, man, he knows so much about these things. I know you're a vegan, right?
That's right.
Deanie?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So, man, if we got a little time, man, I'd love for him just to, there's so much he knows, man. But basically, man, the man had issues with thyroid, and I'll let him tell you, man, he's basically off his med, and maybe he can give the people some words on, things they can do to kind of educate themselves more, you feel me?
All right. Take it away, Mr. Eric.
Yeah, it's pleasure to be on. But, yeah, like G-Boogie said, I was diagnosed with thyroid disease. And then shortly after, one of my good friends introduced me to Dr. Sebi. So I kind of watched his videos and then kind of started from there as far as basically doing more research than anything. And, basically the premise of natural medicine, I remember when I was 18 and I wanted to get my ears pierced. And, I was just in high school, so I didn't have a lot of money, so I bought some fake earrings, basically. And I went to the jewelry store and was like, I wanted to get my ears pierced with this earring. And I was like, you couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I was like, why? I said, I paid for it. And I was like, it's synthetic gold. You have to use real gold. If we were to stick a hole in your ear with that earring, you'll have an ear infection. And that kind of really stuck with me, even 10 years old, but 10, 15 years later, when I got introduced to alternative medicine and natural medicine, that kind of, I guess, resurfaced. And basically I've done a lot of reading and come to the conclusion that there's over 1,400 pharmaceutical drugs on the shelf now, and all of them are patent. All of them are basically synthetic forms of natural medicine, and that includes plants or even animal organs. So, like G-Boogie said, he didn't have to take any steroids or anything. But usually when people had liver issues or anything like that, they basically gave you natural medicine from, let's say, a cow or something. And so it was cow hormones. But they've since replaced everything with synthetic stuff. And even though we're not, necessarily exact same thing as a cow, but that medicine assimilates in our bodies better than something that's 100% synthetic. So it's basically, money driven and whatnot. So the ideal is to, detox yourself of anything, clean diet, because most of your cells live in your gut. 90% of your immune system is your gut. So it's very, very simple, and it's so simple that it seems like it's too good to be true. But, like I said, even the father of medicine said, let our food be our medicine and our medicine our food. So pretty much there's only one disease if you look at the common denominator. And then so basically rid yourself of any toxins, get on a diet that's, natural and beneficial to you. And then, the body will heal itself from there.
Okay.
Am I still on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we do.
Yeah. So that's
the thing you're saying.
Yeah. So that's basically it in a nutshell. It can get a lot deeper, but for an introductory crash course, that's the basics.
Yeah, man. That's part of what they're attacking with my son is they attack his gut first. With the probiotics and all those things, man. And like I say, he was talking in 1 week basically from doing a lot of this stuff. But it's amazing. Let me ask you this, Deanie, have you found that you felt any better since you eliminated since you became vegan?
Oh man, 10 times better. Like full of life, and I don't really have like bad emotional days or days where I'm just, depressed or something like that. And I think that had a lot to do with the meats. And I believe that, and it may sound weird, but like tortured animals, as they're being tortured and slaughtered, their agony is still trapped in that meat. So when it comes to us and we're eating those emotions, we may say, man, I feel down, and it may not be right then and there. It may come up later. And so I just feel like I've been free from all of that. Ever since then, I haven't had like a bad day, and
wow.
I feel healthier. I really don't sleep much, except for lately because I've been doing long nights writing these interviews. But before then, energized. I don't know. It's hard to explain it. Like I just feel like I'm 100%.
Right.
I haven't been sick. I had no colds, no flu, no sniffing, no sneezing, unless there's like some strong perfume around. But other than that, and I'll tell you another thing. Like I'm allergic to pollen.
Hello?
Last year, and went through all winter, with no colds or anything.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yes, sir. And I'm also a little bit against taking medicines. I really don't do like aspirins and antibiotics because antibiotics really suppress your own body, antibiotics. So I'll also eliminate stuff like that. Just trying to, be as natural as possible.
Okay. So did you like experience anything to make you go that route, or was it more just wanted to try it?
Yeah. It was more of a conscious decision to just try something new. And I always felt, that that was the way I should go. And it was difficult at first, being around a lot of eat meters. And a lot of times I did backslide, but Eventually I got over that.
Okay. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Did we lose G-Boogie, or is he still on?
Hold on just a second. Yeah, I think we lost him.
Yo, yeah, I got disconnected.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I got disconnected. But let me ask you this, Deanie. You ever had jackfruit?
No, sir.
Man, you got to tell your listeners about that. Well, Eric, can you tell them something about that?
Yeah, actually, I just bought my first jackfruit today, actually. But a chef, a good friend of mine who's a chef, introduced me to it. He's from St. Thomas, the islands, so they have it there. But it's basically a fruit, a tropical fruit, and it has the texture of meat. And, you know, he seasons it and everything like that, where, you know, I've seen him do live cookings, and people that have never really experienced anything vegan ate it, and they swore that it was meat. So it has a real meaty texture, kind of like pulled pork, but it's a fruit, so it's no soy, no gluten. It's like people swear by it. So I'm going to try an attempt to cook something tomorrow, actually.
Right, they do. I saw where he had like Philly cheesesteak. It was no cheese on it. The sauce was made from something, and it just amazes me. I mean, I've never had it, but I just thought that was something I just mentioned to you, since you know you don't eat. Since you're vegan, might be something you want to try out, because they do the steak or whatever, or just out of this fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty interesting.
Definitely. All right, guys, we are coming up to a almost time to close. I don't want to, not play this record. So after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, and of course, along with the actual interview. But the audience get to hear either some vocals, a poem, inspirational speech, written work, spoken word, freestyle rap, recite lyrics, musical tributes, jokes, stories, or live instruments from our special guests. You never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight, yes, tonight, we'll find out if G-Boogie has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. So we have here G-Boogie, turn it up.
I told her sing to me, baby, cause the way you dancing about to drive me crazy. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybes. Only for the night, you can be my lady. So here we go, let it flow, cause I'm feeling you from head to toe. You're the one for me, and that's what's up. I love the way you dance when they turn it up. I told her sing to me, baby, cause the way you move about to drive me crazy. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybes. Only for the night, you can be my lady. So here we go, let it flow, cause I'm feeling you from head to toe. You're the one for me, and that's what's up. I love the way you dance when they turn it up.
All right, and we are back, and again, that was G-Boogie, Turn It Up. So, G-Boogie, the spotlight's on you, brother.
Oh, man, okay. I'm going to say a little bit of a little rap, and I want y'all to look this up on SoundCloud. It's over 8,000 plays on SoundCloud. You know, I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of this. Born and raised in the Jacktown, Mississippi, making moves in my city. I got to get it. I got everybody listening because my name's hot. Might drop another mixtape to get my name hotter. Are you a boss or a leader, quarterback, wide receiver? I don't know what I believe. I just know I'm a believer. Inner visions got me wishing that I wasn't such a dreamer. Close my eyes and stay alive and escape all these demons. That's a little something, man, you know what I'm saying, from my name hot, you know.
Definitely, definitely. All right, man, we definitely appreciate you for calling in for this interview tonight. Definitely. I always appreciate talking to you, man. And for the rest of you guys out there, also special thanks to Eric Blank for sharing his experiences with Holistic. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Think you're saying it right. Yeah, Holistic. I mean, you know, it's so many terms, but definitely if people want to find out more, they should look up just holistic living and natural cures and things of that nature, and just, you know, they'll find what they're looking for.
Definitely. So, guys, thank you as always for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download at least 1 hour after the show ends. If we have to make edits, expected at least 1 or 2 days, but I doubt tonight is that case. And you can grab that over from our server at Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup. And be sure to follow. We're trying to get on iHeartRadio. We got to have a certain amount of followers. So help make that possible by following the show. You can also grab this episode from iTunes, YouTube, or the app called Podcast Addict. Just search for Vigilantes Radio or the name of the interview. You can even type in the G-Boogie Interview II, and you will get the interview right there. Also for free download. And you can also grab it from our website, which is only1mediagroup.com, and that goes for every single episode that I ever aired. If you'd like to request music or send something for us to play, make sure you email it to me at theradio@only1mediagroup.com. And if you tuned in a little early, then you heard something that I call our elevator music. And what that is, this artist is sending me their songs to be played on a 24/7 loop. And you will be amazed by the number of, I actually get reports that are emailed to me each morning about how many people that call my line during off times. And you'll be amazed. The numbers are super high that people are just calling just to listen to the music. And I think it's the artists who just want to hear their song over and over. Who knows? But it all works in my benefit, right? And the artists who having their music played works in their benefit as well. And so here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free. We do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts. And actually, you can scratch all that because all of my opinions are always right. That's just the bottom line. This is my show, so you just got to deal with that. I'm just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini Musaliti, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word. Sharing is caring. And a special thanks to our guest, G-Boogie, for joining us tonight. And also Eric Blank for sharing his thoughts. And we stepped our game up just for you guys to make sure that our guests and our listeners have the best experience here on our show. You know, Dini may just end up on one of our guest songs. I do it all, my friends. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely freaking great at just doing that. Peace and have a wonderful night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. Co-hosted by the Vigilantes Banditti. Call in to join the mix. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.